they've healed, but now there's that fear of that repeat of that pain, because they remember that pain. They remember how long it took for that pain to heal.
Yeah, you got a bunch of other doubts as well, right?
Like, exactly.
If what they used to be, how much have they lost? Blah blah blah.
Psychological.
A lot of psychological work to do there, man.
But then that wall comes in. You walk past that wall, your confidence comes in. Here's the con, or the interesting danger of confidence, right?
The con of confidence.
The con of pros and cons, right? The con of confidence is arrogance.
Oh.
Yes. Now, for those who are confident, it's a beautiful thing. For people who are not confident, they see you as an arrogant prick. They say, what's wrong with him? He thinks it's all that in a bag of chips. Yeah. But that's the beauty of confidence. Those who are not like you would hate you because they wish they had your confidence. And they are mad at themselves for not being that confident in themselves, because how dare you break that barrier that I couldn't break? You think you're better than me.
Oh man, you're making me think of a few.
You should think
people in situations.
You should, absolutely, because it just is what it is. It's like, yeah, okay. And then you should not be confident. You should not shine like that. How dare you shine and be confident? You should come back down to earth, so that I'm just like us. And then when I find my confidence, then you can come and shine again. What kind of main character?
What kind of foolishness
exactly.
is this?
That's MCS, isn't it? The main character syndrome. Because you think the whole world revolves around you.
Oh man. Something I heard Israel Adesanya say. Adesanya was he never really fit in as a kid growing up, like moving from Nigeria to New Zealand. He didn't fit in, and he just felt like an outsider. And then he said at a certain point I realized some guys aren't meant to fit in. I mean, some people are designed to stand out, and that's how it is.
That's how it is. Don't get mad at the system. Just understand your role you're playing and play the best you do the best you possible ever. That's it. People don't get it.
Simple. Very simple.
It's that simple, but then again, you have to remember and realize your self-existence, your self-assurance, your self-confidence came at a later point in life.
Yeah.
It didn't come when you were 12. Unless there was someone who was older than you who kept hammering it into your brain every day as a child. And that's the thing. So you see a lot of 10-year-olds who are very confident today because there's someone day in, day out telling them, you are the shit. You are the best thing since sliced bread. You're so badass. You're so mean. You make medicine sick. You understand? But if you don't have that,
so let's say we got someone listening to the podcast right now, and they're thinking about what they can do practically to start building their confidence. You mentioned that awareness of yourself. You think that would be a good place to start?
It's always a great start. It's a very good thing, because it also falls back to what we did last week about the productivity as well. And also because that in itself, you check yourself. I mean, look, the day before you know what you're gonna wear. That gives you a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
The day before you've planned the whole day. You've had your to-do list. That's you're basically repeating in your head. That's basically you saying to yourself, hold on, I've done it already. Reps.
Structured it.
That's structure.
Mental reps.
That's what it is. So I want to give you the gem back then. Go back and watch it again. It's there. Self-confidence. Self-assurance. Look at yourself. Check yourself. You can't just throw things on you and just run around. No. Your image represents something.
That reminds me of us talking to a friend today, and we were both talking about valuing yourself. And what he was saying was that he's locked into now almost like a mission brief he's given himself, right? The kind of person he wants to be, how he wants to carry himself, what he wants to do. And it's almost like a metaphor, almost like he's stepping into this. It's like James Bond figure. When he read it to me, it was powerfully written, man. It was like, you are da 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 da. It was almost like your mission should you accept your mission. He's a very creative, intelligent dude. But when he spoke about it, one of the things he was saying was that there's many ways you can build that feeling. And then he started speaking about how everything in your day-to-day life is going to point back to that if you're really embodying that.
It is.
And I was smiling to myself because I am feeling that more and more in terms of just little things like grooming and just how you can sharpen this up and just carry yourself in a manner where you feel that more better about yourself. Because ultimately it's going to reflect. Like if you really value yourself, it's going to reflect in how you sleep, how you eat, who you associate with, how you dress. Yeah. I mean, everything is all going to show like, okay, what kind of value you put on yourself.
You know what's interesting though? I keep saying this, no one cares. But I'm going to add something to it. No one cares, but everybody's watching.
Bars, bro.
No one cares.
You need to become an MC, man.
Everybody's watching. I'm an MC.
Factual.
No one cares, but everybody's watching.
No one cares, but everybody's watching. It sounds like an oxymoron, but
sounds like a soundtrack.
I get it. That sounds like an album, man.
Like a chorus with beat.
Yeah, it could be a song, could be
some kind of Kanye West thing.
I'll have to do something with that.
But that's another line of confidence as well. Like, no one cares, but everyone's watching. Whether you like it or not, you're a mentor to someone. There's someone out there that looks up to you. No matter how old you may think you are, no matter how young you may think you are, everything you do, someone is looking up to you. Let that be an air of confidence that you are someone's mentor. Let that be an air of confidence that you are someone's teacher. Let that be an air of confidence that someone out there looks at you and says, I want to be like you. Yeah. No one cares, but everyone's watching. That's what that means.
Powerful.
So now that you know that, how are you going to go forward with that message? How are you going to run with it? What are you going to do with that information? That's on you. Me doing me. You do you. It's that simple.
Powerful.
It is powerful.
Especially with the social media shit. Everybody really is watching.
Everyone's watching, but no one cares. It's like that.
There's people that they might not comment or like or whatever.
They're still watching.
But they're watching.
They know what you did. But they have, like we have in the world today, we have information overload. So a person can see what you did, like what you did, know what you did, but they move past you after 6 seconds and find something else to go and watch and see. But don't worry, they still remember what you did. It's there somewhere in the background, and then they see you like 10, 12, 100 times. They go, oh yeah, I remember you did this, didn't you? Yeah. They remember what you did when you remind them what you did. But they're watching.
Enjoy the show.
So what would you think one should do to aid in their confidence or to help them be confident without seeming arrogant?
Yeah, we're definitely coming back to confidence and arrogance, man. What do I think? I think for me, confidence is about your relationship with yourself, and arrogance is more related to how you relate to other people. So I would say,
Right.
when I see people that are arrogant, a lot of that to me is about them looking down on other people or them trying to put themselves above. And I think in the process of doing that, to me it shows a kind of insecurity, because if you're truly confident in yourself, you don't need to like belittle people or, do you know what I mean? You don't even need to compare, because you're just secure in who you are. But when I see those people that kind of have to put people down or make people look silly or do you know what I mean? Because there's a kind of haughtiness, I think, when I think of arrogance. But then I do want to have this conversation, because sometimes I feel like there's a place for a little arrogance sometimes, like in the sense of just really believing you are that motherfucker. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I wanted to speak to you about actually, because you said to me at points that arrogance has got its place.
It has its place. It's balance.
Because I feel I am both arrogant and humble in certain ways. I feel that in me.
Right.
Which is kind of a paradox, I guess.
It's not actually. Here's why it's not. I know. Here's why I know.
Mr. Disagreeable, go on.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, that one. Please.
No, it's not.
No, even that and as well.
Go on.
Please remember that one again.
Yeah. I want to discuss this being disagreeable too.
Please,
definitely, because it's been
absolutely.
on my mind a lot lately.
Thank you.
I've been meaning to have this conversation with you.
Say that. So arrogance, right? Now, before we go into arrogance, here's the reality: hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
People who are hurt get off in trying to hurt other people. The person who is hurt and insecure will see you, your self-confidence, and hate your self-confidence and try as much as they can to try and hurt you. That's where you have to be arrogant. There is when you need to be asshole mode. Switch it like, no, that was shit. What you talking about? You know about me? Kanye West ain't got nothing on me. Kiss my sexy black ass. Fuck you and your motherfucking crew. Bad boy, Mob Deep, bring you on. I don't give a fuck. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Go on.
That's where you want. One has to be arrogant. You have to be. You need to be arrogant at that point. Because confidence is one thing, but you need to embrace confidence with